¿Cómo como? ¿Cómo comía en este juego? Voy a ponerme algo en la espada. A todos nos gusta ponernos algo en la espada. Está fuerte el asunto, ¿ah? Está fuerte el asunto. Por Redania, putos. Bueno, no, que yo voy con Temeria. Ay, pobre. Me hace gracia. ¿Puedo hablar con él? Ah, no. Vale, bueno. Ok. No sé, creo que era lo que más sentido tenía.
Someone's been here recently.
Me pregunto de quién habrá sido. ¿De los redanianos? ¿Nananianos? No.
Too bad about Gaspar.
Hombre, lo dices con muy poca... No joden, venga. Why not? No sé. ¿Siguiente? Vale. Creí que había, yo que sé. Oh.
Well, the competition's here. Kill them.
Caballero. ¡Oh! ¡Fuck! No tengo pociones. Bueno, voy a terminar con esta mierda rápido. Qué bien arden los redanos, ¿eh? No mierda, no había visto este. Oh, fuck. Vale.
They must have descended straight from their quarter.
Entonces...
Another guardian.
Vale, entonces este era el laboratorio de... Oye, pues es bonito. No, mira eso. Qué bonito, es precioso esos paneles ahí. Y es precioso, ¿eh? O sea, las cosas como son. Mapa astral. Oh, qué bonito. No, hombre, es precioso. Igual un poco de más luz no vendría mal, ¿eh? Pero con una poción de gato creo que se vería raro. Vale. Cynthia, where are you?
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Did I hear someone complain about the riddles being too easy?
Let's think this through. There are 9 alcoves, a fresco in each. That's 3 groups of 3 frescoes.
The riddle mentions 3 guides above the travelers. We must examine the frescoes, seek answers there.
I'll advise you about the riddle, but I will not take part in disarming the device. I've got a bad feeling about this.
La primera frase, ¿cuál
What do
era?
you think of the first verse?
I would say it describes a serpentine dragon swallowing its own tail, which represents infinity and thus time. The hourglass likewise symbolizes time. In this case, the time of the traveler's journey.
I believe it's the dragon constellation. It would be visible at night. What's more, sources on alchemy invariably portray dragons as winged, and as an accomplished alchemist, Gehenna would also be a competent astrologer. The verse must refer to the constellation.
In alchemy, the winged serpentine dragon represents prime matter, an essential component in the process of alchemical transformation. The verse seems to indicate the allegory illustrating that transformation.
¿Cómo rezaba?
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The first verse was, "At night they trailed a drake serpentine."
De noche siguieron el rastro de un dragón. Entonces debe ser la constelación del dragón. Porque las constelaciones se ven de noche, no de día. Ah, ¿no? Asumo, considero, no sé, me da un poco de miedo. Es que el resto, la alegoría de la transformacional química, ¿qué tendría que ver la transformacional química con la noche? Bueno, el reloj de arena puede simbolizar el tiempo de noche y demás, pero no sé, como es algo, no sé, es que la constelación, la noche, o sea, estas dos me dan, pero
It should be the dragon constellation.
I shall take that one.
Uf. Ay, Dios. Esto no pasó, ¿verdad? Segunda frase, a ver.
What do you think of the second verse?
To my mind, it speaks of the white rose, symbol of the order of the flaming rose. You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry, silver is rendered as white. So the Silver Lady and White Rose are one and the same.
I think it describes the full moon. In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the White Rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa Brigade, which has the Death's Head as its symbol. The brigade's name is female, and they say death follows the unit. So the Silver Lady could very well be Nausicaa or the Death's Head.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
As I recall, the second verse was, "A silver lady shining and fine, if only her visage she would deign to unfold."
Que se negaba a mostrar su cara. Que se negaba a mostrar su cara. Oh, por la cabeza de la muerte puede significar... Puede ser. La cabeza, pero no veo que tenía sentido. No sé, siento que sería más la luna llena, pero... Porque aparte de que la luna está relacionada con lo femenino, es de plata, la luna es blanca. La luna llena. No sé. El resto, la rosa blanca. Y como estamos hablando de noche y toda esa wea, pues digo... La noche.
I think it's the full moon.
Allow me.
The second. Let's have a
What
look.
do you say to the third verse?
It describes the precipice, the ravine amidst mountains. An ancient rule in alchemy states, "As above, so below." The vault is the ravine into which the riches of the mountain flow.
We must read the third line literally. To me, it suggests the Mahakam Mountains and its mines, from which dwarves and gnomes extract many ores that are invaluable to alchemists. Those mountains are a vault in and of themselves.
The verse is not literal. In many legends, towers are in fact vaults, which the hero must penetrate in order to rescue an imprisoned princess or find a long-concealed magic item. The mountain vault is the tower.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The third fragment mentioned a mountain vault containing untold riches which guided the travelers by day.
Que guiaba a los viajeros de día. Que guiaba a los viajeros de día. Hombre, de día la montaña se ve, ¿verdad? Y los enanos, como todo el mundo sabe desde Tolkien, porque Tolkien, los enanos guardan las riquezas en la montaña. Sí es verdad que aquí no se puede imponer a la lógica de pensar de, claro, porque en El Señor de los Anillos tal, porque The Witcher se caga un poco en todo el romanticismo que hay en los elfos y todo el romanticismo que hay en los grandes salones de piedra enanos, ¿verdad? Se caga un poco en eso, así que irónicamente me da duda. Así como es arriba es abajo. Pero claro, es que la montaña, o sea, por arriba es piedra, pero por debajo también, ¿no? Porque el suelo es piedra. Geologic. El abismo, el precipicio. Pero un abismo no guía a nadie, ¿no? La torre también puede ser. No lo había pensado hasta ahora, pero la torre también puede... Pues un símbolo de guía, quizá. Pero no sé... No sé... Espera.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The third fragment mentioned a mountain vault containing untold riches which guided the travellers by day.
No sé, me lo voy a tomar literal.
The mine entrance in the mountainside. That seems logical.
No sé, me lo voy a tomar literal. A lo mejor me cagan, pero bueno. Vamos a intentarlo.
Let's see if we can solve this. Take your places.
Count me out. I want to live.
As you will.
Dos compañeros y tú debéis colocaros en las placas adecuadas. Vale, está aquí. Donde la luna. Preciosos. Los frescos estos son preciosos. Vale, la cámara enana era esta, ¿verdad? ¡Ay, Dios!
Intruder detected.
¿LOL? Ay, no mames. Que no me he puesto... ¿Puedo tomarme una poción?
Our expedition has grown thin. Such a shame. I actually found those two amusing.
Shut up.
Of
No,
course.
tío. Que hay un bicho ahí, no me jodas. Que hay un bicho ahí, no me jodas. Ah... No mames. Aumenta resistencia al veneno. Me queda de curación. Venga ya, tío. Hostia, qué cagada. Aumenta la energía considerable. Sí. No me jodas tú. Que yo me voy a meter ahí enseguida, ¿sabes? What the fuck. Debería hacerme una... ¿Qué son aquí los golems? ¿Son constructos o...? O no sé si cambia algo... En verdad, no sé si cambia algo de Witcher 2 con el 3. Asumo que bastantes cosas sí, pero bueno, aquí. Me va a funar.
A golem. So Darehenna's legend is true.
It is no more than an obedient machine created to follow orders and kill. Not unlike our Witcher.
So I guess we should get along famously.
You? What do you know about golems?
I don't run into them in every forest, but any good bestiary describes golems at length, and I've read more than my share of those.
Geralt, I'm not questioning your knowledge, but I should be the one to...
Actually, you are questioning my knowledge. Listen, I know what I'm doing. I'll try to get it to reveal the word that'll deactivate it, or I'll just mess with its head. Break the code.
So now we've got a burglar in our midst. Be my guest. Try.
My intentions are good.
As are mine. Know, however, that this may change.
Der Hanna must have been pretty lonely if he gave you eloquence.
The Master made me a guardian. Nothing less, nothing more. And you, provided you stand there, are a guest.
Bien, bien. Voy a intentar no coger nada. ¿Eres una obra maestra?
Did your creator give you a name?
I'm called obedience and unyielding persistence. I am a guardian and the humblest of servants.
A golem's name is the word that gave it life, and that can take it away. You must have a name.
I own nothing. Everything belongs to my master. How could I divulge the name if I exist solely to protect my creator's property?
Interesante.
Powerful magic created you. Der Hanna was a true master.
He is still, since his mastery survives.
Esto me ha llevado a otra pregunta.
I have other questions.
¿Es una obra maestra? Vale, voy a darle a todo.
Do you remember your creator?
Of course. I was summoned into being by Master de Henna. I abide by his will, by his power, by the necessity encased in my stone bowels.
Der Hanna is dead.
His word, which animates me, lives on, as does his legacy, which I protect. Empires will rise and fall, rivers will shift their courses, but I will remain obedient to one master on my eternal watch.
Wow. Wow. Flipante.
I have other questions. So you're aware you're an automaton?
Do we really know who we are, where we came from, and where we are headed? Is human life predictable in that the cycle of birth and death ensnares it? Better than mine. When a human is born, he is obedient to his parents. Later, he listens to tutors, masters, corporals. Finally, he succumbs to the will of death.
And to think that Adalbert questioned Der Hanna's mastery.
A ver.
You're far more self-aware than a typical golem. Can you make sovereign decisions?
The master made me the way I am, because long discussions were to his liking. I can make decisions, within my program, of course.
So you decide who's a guest and who's an intruder.
Who else would? Guests chat innocuously, exerting no pressure. All others are intruders.
Solo ha salido 5 minutos, pero ya me cae bien este golem. He intentado pasar.
Has anyone tried to enter before?
I recall no intruders. I do, however, remember guests who left after being warned.
When was that? What did you discuss?
I am a machine. My memory is limited.
¿Cómo le ha dado exactamente vida? Si es roca, ¿no? Es roca, es piedra.
Who, if anyone, is allowed to pass?
De Henna, but he is dead. Also guests may pass, but I stop intruders.
Tell me more. Who's a guest and who's an intruder?
Is it not obvious? A guest keeps his distance, or knows the name word. An intruder is anyone who enters too far, attacks me, or otherwise interferes with my being.
Vale. Vale, estas ya están.
I have other questions. Do you remember your creator?
Of course,
Der Henna is...
his
Vale, esto ya está. ¿Puedo preguntarte cuál es tu nombre,
Can I
palabra?
ask you for the name word which brought you to life and which can deactivate you?
Do that, and I shall consider you an intruder.
Lo pillo.
Dear Hannah must have been an exceptional man. Can you tell me about him?
I guard everything that belonged to the Master, including his privacy, which he valued highly. I can tell you nothing.
Okay. Voy a saltarme esta porque no me fío de esto y no quiero que no vaya a ser que me ataque o algo.
I have other questions.
¿Quién te ha creado? Vale, ¿de quién te ha creado ya, no?
So you're aware you're an attack.
Do you is he when he
And to think that I...
Vale. Puedes tomar tus propias decisiones. He intentado acosar a alguien antes que nosotros. Ah, vale, esta... ¿A quién se permite acosar?
Who if...
Dear Hannah, but he is
Vale, sí, esto está... Vale, vale. Vale, yo creo que ya.
I have
¿Quién te ha creado? Es una...
powerful...
he
Ah, mira, me dejo una. No, me dejo dos.
Can we discuss the program that controls your behavior?
of course not.
Vale. Vale.
As a conscious being, you must be lonely here.
You are wrong. The pain of the world, melancholy, lies within the domain of emotions and feelings. My thoughts are governed by pure logic, restricted by my program.
But you can learn. They say that a penchant for philosophy can only come from curiosity.
In my case, it comes from the will of the Master, who liked to speak
No.
with me.
And do you feel a need to discuss?
I feel nothing. I just have that need.
Increíble, tú. Hostia, el de Gena ese tenía que ser súper
I
mega
have other
poderoso.
questions.
Vale, esto me parece un poco... Yo creo que ya sé
All
suficiente.
right. I think I know how to get past this thing without a fight.
Burglar witchers, philosopher golems, an expedition replete with fascinating discoveries.
And terrible disappointments. Shut up, Adelbear. And you, Witcher, deal with that golem.
Que me ocupe del golem. Tú estás loca, mujer. Sé que eres un guardián y lo respeto. Con las notas de Gena... Con las notas de Gena te liberaremos. Es que no quiere. Bueno, a ver. Deseo no creo que tenga, pero es que fue programado para eso. Obviamente no va a querer porque no está en su sistema, ¿verdad? Pero...
We
Es
know
un
you
guardián y
exist
ya.
by the will of your master, thanks to the name word he gave you.
That is true.
Yo soy un invitado aquí. Como invitado tuyo me gustaría saber tu nombre. Dijo que no tenía, ¿verdad?
So far, I'm a guest, and you were created to greet guests. As a guest, I command you to tell me your true name.
In making that request, you took hostile action against my mission
¿Qué?
and ceased to be a guest. Stop the intruders.
¡No! ¡No quería eso! ¡No! ¡No, mierda! ¿Dónde está Gwen? No, mierda, no quería esto. Oh, fuck. Y ni siquiera sé si los goles son constructos aquí. Oh, fuck, no quería hacer eso. Créeme, esto me duele más a mí que a ti.
We've done it. We've penetrated the Hennis laboratory.
Let's have a look.
Oh, fuck mi vida.
This is better than I'd hoped.
A great success for Nilfgaard, this mission.
Maybe you'll get that promotion.
There are these notes about the city's history.
El diario de Dejena.
Diana describes finding an important document about the Vrans. Diana's notes from a trip he took to Zeracania.
Hombre, la verdad que está interesante.
Can you feel that?
My medallion's vibrating.
Another masking illusion. I'll try to disperse it. Later and Lorn. Lisa and Lorn. Later, dear!
The device. What is it?
You've done your job. You'll be paid and...
Paid like the scholars were? They died once they were no longer useful.
They were never useful, but Cynthia insisted. Fortunately, they were so kind as to remove themselves without my help.
I'm not about to be that kind.
Adelbert, you know what you're to look for.
Yes, ma'am.
Nota, esto no me
It's a
gusta y ella me
prototype
gusta menos.
microscope. I didn't know it had survived.
What's it do?
The artifact detects an emotional bond with a person. Its user need only focus on that person and the device will establish a connection.
Great tool for a spy.
Yes.
Time you fulfilled your end of the bargain. What do you know about my past?
You were a rider of the Wild Hunt. I read the reports.
Don't the Nilfgaardians
¿Eso
have
canon?
anything better to do than write reports about witchers?
Not about witches. About you. You are the sole person to have been a member of the host. And survived.
Anything else? Any detail you can give me would be useful.
Don't trust Letho.
I trust the people I hunt.
He's your foe today. But he wasn't always.
Is there anything to prove I was part of the Wild Hunt?
Nothing. Apart from the fact that Nilfgaardian intelligence agents are drawn and quartered for lying in their reports.
An enlightened nation indeed.
You haven't the faintest notion how many people are interested in you.
Wow.
Very important people.
Just because I survived.
You're a former rider of the hunt, and you live. You may be the key to solving the mystery of the retinue, and they all know that. You must watch out for yourself.
How do you know I knew Letho?
I've read...
The reports, I know. Why are you warning me about him?
because I like you.
Puta mentiroso.
Let's say you've satisfied my curiosity.
No, ni de
Well
coña.
then,
Voy a dejar que se vaya
consider
con
me
esa
glad
mierda.
to have satisfied a witcher, whatever the way.
You fulfilled your end of the bargain.
As have you.
Take your coin and leave.
I'll take the coin and the artifact.
No me
That is
fío.
not what we agreed.
Because I didn't know you'd find anything this interesting.
And now you know too much. Don't force me to deal with this my way.
Calm down, both of you. Everyone has received their due.
Their due? Huh. As I see it, Nilfgaard feels its due more and more.
So our mutant is also a patriot.
Back away.
Life is a string of choices. And you have just chosen suicide.
El Caranecker este se va a llevar una hostia tremenda, ¿eh? Los voy a asar porque me gusta. Me gusta la carne asada. Y no me he tomado pociones. Ah. Mira, me he dejado un libro ahí. Hostia, qué con. Ah. Esta parte es difícil, ¿eh? Ok.
The device.
You've done your job. You'll be...
Paid like the scholars were?
They were...
I'm not about to be that...
Adelbert.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a prototype megas...
What's it?
The... Yes.
Vale, esto es lo de antes.
Anything else?
Don't trust...
You think
¿Cómo sabes que era un jinete?
You haven't the...
just because I...
You're... And they...
¿Qué sabes de esto?
How do you... Why?
Because I...
Let's...
Well then.
Vale. La otra vez me partieron la madre y... cuando cargue la partida me gustaría saber qué pasa, pero... esta vez voy... Esto... No puedo dejar las cosas... No puedo dejar que te vayas con esa cosa. Esto es lo que yo quiero. Pero es difícil, me va a llevar algo de tiempo, así que... voy a probar otra.
I'd like to try out the device.
You realize that can only end badly.
Cut in again and I'll put you in my report. You may use it, but just once.
Giving state secrets away to a Nordling. Will you mention that in your report?
You're sure to be named a commander one day, Adelbert. But until that happens, be a good boy and do your job.
LOL.
Article 22 of the Code is clear. Suspicion of treason is sufficient grounds to strip a commander of power. Article 1 of my personal code is equally clear. Traitors must be subjected to the most painful death possible.
Pero... Pero hijo de puta. Que se revela el cabrón. ¡Qué cabrón, tú! Que se revela. A ver si mato a uno. ¿Qué le pasa a este? Vale, ya. ¡Oh, qué fuerte, tú!
I didn't expect that.
Multiplication. Second year at the academy, all mages learn it.
I didn't expect you to take my side.
Well, now choose one person you wish to contact. After that, the artifact's mine.
Eso te causará problemas.
Is there anything to prove?
No.
Vale, esto es lo mismo.
You're off, and they...
How do you... Why are you...
Because I like...
No me fío de esta,
Let's
¿vale?
say...
Well then, consider...
Will we meet again?
I wouldn't mind at all. Look for me at the inn.
Nilfgaardian agents get quartered for lying in reports. What does the Empire do to agents who kill their colleagues?
Nothing. As long as no one finds out.
Tiene sentido.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't eavesdrop while I eavesdropped.
I shan't trouble you. I have a lot of work to do here.
Pensar en Radovid. Hombre. Pensar en la toalla, ¿sabes? No sé, yo veo sentido que piense en Trish.
Your fate is in your hands, sorceress.
My fate? You haven't asked a single question about me.
Yet it is all up to you. Your situation is a comfortable one. Do not squander your chance. So, wish to tell me anything?
I'm a sorceress, an advisor to the King of Temeria.
I believe we agreed you would speak only of things I do not know about.
Ooh.
I hope you learned something useful.
I'm just sorry I can't use the artifact a few more times.
Its power has been depleted.
I understand. Thanks anyway.
Bueno, es un poco... No quería matar a ese golem. Aunque nos... Un tomo realmente extraño. Nada consiste sobre el grimorio. Diario de Dejena. Vale. Voy a guardar. Vale, me ha dejado la sensación, esta misión, el sabor de boca un poco agridulce, porque el golem solo apareció 5 minutos y yo ya le quería adoptarlo. Y aunque no sé, a pesar de que me equivoqué bastante y me mataron entre los dos, me gustaría saber el resto de los finales. No sé si podrá dejar al golem vivo y demás, pero me gustaría saber qué pasa si mato a esos dos a la vez, aunque es un poco difícil matarlos a la vez. Pero me ha molado esta misión, la verdad. Bastante interesting. Yo creo que ya en el próximo capítulo lea los otros dos, o sea, lea los diarios. Lea los diarios de este hombre, mira, aquí está. Notas. Vale, a ver. Curiosidades de Dejena, curiosidades astrológicas. Mapa de... el mapa astral. Una, dos, tres. 5 notas, vale. Así que nada. Voy a dejar este vídeo por aquí. Y subiré los finales. Espero poder subir los finales, porque de verdad me ha gustado ese golem. Es re lindo. Y nada, ya sabéis que tenéis todas mis redes abajo, para que en la cajita de descripción, para que me sigáis. Y esa weá no publico mucho, la verdad. Salvo en Twitter, pero bueno. Ustedes saben, se me tratan. Y nos vemos, posiblemente. Boys.